What's going on, guys? Today we're going to cover the best ways, the most efficient ways to spend your 10 hours in EA Access. I've had a little bit of time to maneuver the game. I've ranked up a little bit. I've built my team a little bit, opened up all my packs. I've got a good idea of what things you need to do first in order to be the most successful, because as of right now, there's no 10-hour glitch. For what we know, we only get 10 hours on the game, so you have to spend them wisely. You have to spend them effectively. I'm going to break it down right now. First thing I recommend you do is the preseason challenges. Even if you have the rank, you can still get XP from these challenges, and they're so easy. It'll take you literally 5 minutes. They're like complete a pass or run the ball, or just it's super easy stuff. So I recommend you do them anyways, just because you get easy experience from it, and there's no like glitch solo challenge way to level up this year, at least that we know of right now. So take really any experience you can get. You're also getting yards and touchdowns along the way, and that'll help you complete your objectives, which will get you more XP, which again leads us all back full circle. The best way to spend your 10 hours, play the preseason challenges. They're super easy, whether you have to or not. The next thing is probably the most fun thing. If you pre-ordered the MVP or Dynasty editions, you're gonna have a ton of packs waiting for you. I opened all of mine earlier. You guys are gonna see the results of that on my No Money Spent episode tomorrow, so make sure you're subbed for that one. But have fun. Open the packs that you got. Seriously, like that's one of the best parts of Ultimate Team, especially if you pre-ordered, you already paid for them. They're there for you. I went with like the Bears, the Chiefs, couple Rams packs for my gold fantasy packs. I'm not gonna tell you what the best one to do because it's totally random, right? Like you never know who you're gonna pull. If you want to get like a Tyreek Hill, he's gonna be pretty expensive, right? So obviously open up the Chiefs, and that'll give you the best chance of getting like a Patrick Mahomes or Tyreek Hill, which are going to be more expensive cards in the game. Which leads me to my next point, kind of a side point. Do not sell your cards yet. Think about supply and demand. There's not that many people on the game. Not a ton of people are buying cards right now, but everyone is opening all their pre-order packs. So the market's going to get flooded. Prices are going to be relatively low. I would hold off on selling until just before the full game comes out, because once the full game comes out, you're going to have a ton of people ripping packs. We got a promo out then. It's going to be a ton of people ripping packs. Supply is going to be flooded. So for right now, I'd say hold your cards until just before the full release comes out, and then you can start to clear out your binder. I'm speculating that that'll be the best time to do that. That's what my plan is. So just something to think about, but you're going to have a ton of different cards that you can go sell. And with the lower cards, like your low silvers, your low rookies, I'd recommend using the exchanges to exchange those cards up. Turn your low silvers into high silvers, into low golds, turn your rookies into high rookies, and try to go for that Devonta Smith set, because his card's going to be super expensive, and it's definitely one of the better receivers in the game. The earlier you can get him, the more expensive it's going to be. So go through those exchange sets with your like lower overall cards, but still I would probably wait to sell or wait to do anything with the higher overall cards. But if you have rookies, make sure you're putting them through that rookie exchange set. Those rookies are going to sell for a lot more. The next thing you should do is play your EA Play window, early access window solo challenges. Now I can put out a solo challenge guide for the best ways, like the best plays to run, the most efficient way to chew clock, etc. If you guys want, leave a comment down below if you are interested in that. I'm happy to do it. I did it last year. People seem to find it helpful. So, but play those challenges. There's 10 for Brady, 10 for Mahomes. They're super easy. The ones on Brady take a little bit longer towards the end. You have to like win the game. There's really good ways to chew clock. Just run an inside zone and chew clock and go first, second, third down, and then get a first down. That's the best way to do it. And for offense, if you need to pass the ball, run PA crossers out of any trips, streak your tight end, and throw to the inside receiver, what's considered the 3 receiver. It'll be zone. It'll be man. It's the best way to pass. It still works. And if you have the current gen version, play on current gen. Again, I can make a guide, which will break this down way more in depth if you're interested. That's my very high level overview of how to beat those solos. Play through those because those expire at the end of your 10-hour window. So get them over with, get them done, because you won't get another chance to do them. And then that'll give you another option at the Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady power-up items. So you definitely want to do that. It's also a great way to get experience, to get some yards and progress on your challenges that way. And it expires, so you won't get time to do this later on if you're like trying to kill time. The next thing is to play your campaign solos. Campaign solos are super important, guys, because once you get to week 3, that's how you unlock your team captain. Now I'm going to reveal who I picked in my No Money Spent. No, I'm just kidding. I picked Jack Youngblood. I didn't want to deal with a pass rusher, spending coins on a pass rusher. It's not a fun position to spend coins on in my eyes, my personal opinion. So I went with Youngblood. It costs 20 training. There's no collectibles like last year where you have to like rank them up and put in collectibles and buy the collectibles off. It was super confusing last year. It's just 20 training, 5 training each, and you get them to the max level for the season. And then next season, you'll be able to rank them up further. So you need to get to week 3 of your campaign solos. Again, the same way to beat those as I was talking about earlier. Any sort of PA crossers on defense, be on current gen, not on next gen. It's much easier. It's still not perfect. It's not as easy as it was last year, but if you want my tips and further detailed advice, I can break that down in another video. The order that I would pick these guys in, if say you disregard Jack Youngblood, he might not be the best, but they are all valid options. Allworth is a route runner archetype, which is really good for receivers. John Lynch is a safety that's decently fast and can hit pretty hard, so he's a very good safety option as a user. If you're looking for that, you just also need to be deep at safety because safeties are so important in Madden. And then Sean Alexander is a cool option option. You need a power back this year, especially if you're playing next gen Madden. Power backs are very important. Really, you can't go wrong with any of these options. I genuinely think that. I went with Youngblood. Like I said, I didn't want to spend my coins on one of the options that I didn't think was as fun to spend coins on. I would probably go John Lynch or Lance Allworth and then Sean Alexander as like my, I guess, last option. I genuinely think they're all good options. I do. That's just the order that I would pick them in. Now, hopefully from playing all these solos, progressing through, you should reach level 5. Once you reach level 5, you're going to get your ultimate champion, Cam Chancellor. This you can start racking up stats for, and then every time you play solos or online, don't play head-to-head during your 10 hours, by the way, unless you're like totally done with all the solos and everything else. The 10-hour window is a chance to grind early and get ahead of the curve. I would not recommend playing MUT head-to-head unless you like only want to do that, right? I mean, it's your time, so you can spend it how you want, but that's not how I would recommend spending that time, just because you're not really progressing yourself as much as like playing solos. Or if solo battles come out later, I'll let you guys know. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm also giving like quick tips on Twitter if you guys are interested, so follow me if you haven't for more real-time updates, real-time quick tips. But I wouldn't recommend playing head-to-head unless you have completed everything else. This is your chance to grind, get ahead early, get the solos done, unlock everything, and when day 1 comes, you can really hit the ground running. So you get your Cam Chancellor, you'll get a chance to start racking up stats for him when you're playing the rest of the solos. You'll also get your season champion. Now, come on, guys. You got to go Devin Hester. Seau's cool. Seau is cool. Those are the two options that you get, Devin Hester or Junior Seau. 1,000 times over, I recommend Devin Hester. I know you see 80 speed as like a huge turnoff, but I have some inside information that says once you progress him up, he becomes one of the best receivers in the game, and he has no business being a route runner archetype, but for some reason, EA made him a route runner archetype, and trust me, guys, the stats later on are just absolutely nasty. I strongly urge you to go with Devin Hester. We don't know how linebackers are going to be this year. Probably not terrible, but maybe not like amazing like Madden 20, so probably somewhere in between. Safeties will still be a good option. I don't think you need the depth right now at linebacker. I would highly recommend you go with Devin Hester. After this, I'd recommend you guys kind of scan the auction block, see what prices are, check out MUT.gg, see what training's going for, and keep an eye. If you see a dip in some things, try to buy a couple cards, invest a little bit, because I almost guarantee, I don't fully guarantee, but I almost guarantee prices will go up right before the full launch of the game. They'll go back down again right away, but I do think they will go up. So that's something you want to monitor. Get used to the auction block. Get used to seeing what the prices are. I have a spreadsheet that I'm going to link down below. We're going to update the prices every single day just to kind of see a history of the market and to track that. So if you're interested, that's totally free. You can check it down below. But after that, if you don't want to play head-to-head, I recommend Draft Champions. I think that's always a great way to make coins early on, because if you don't have a great team, and there are some people that have already spent literally hundreds, thousands of dollars on packs. Seriously, already they've spent that. So competing in head-to-head really early as a no money spent player, or as a non-no money spent player even, can be tough. So Draft Champions is a great way to get used to the game. Sure, you're not using abilities, but enter into some of those draft champ competitions, get 3, 4, 5 wins. If you lose a lot in the beginning on purpose, although you're losing coins initially up front, it's going to put you in a terrible division. You'll play against some absolutely terrible players, which will give you the opportunity to win right after that. Therefore, I mean, you're going to make a ton more coins. So Draft Champions is a great way to play the game if you want. Keep an eye on solo battles, guys. Again, follow me on Twitter. I'll update you if solo battles goes live, but we definitely want to keep an eye on solo battles, because that's something as a no money spent player, you're going to want to be doing every single week. And that's it, guys. That's how I recommend grind out the solo challenges. Use your time on EA Play to grind out these solos and get ahead of the curve, so that when the game actually drops, you can jump into head-to-head and have a really good team. If you found this helpful, drop a like, comment down below if you're looking for that solo challenge guide. No money spent, most likely tomorrow, so I'm super excited. I've got a banger intro for you guys, and I'm really excited for that series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.